Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in Asleaf, and we'll begin by turning in the quests that we completed at the end of the last episode. So let us talk first with Náin over here. Come on, you can do it. I do not trust this orc. Have we considered that the Messensmiths may be beyond saving, that they were never prisoners to begin with? It would be foolish to believe everything the orc says, but Féli wants to interrogate him together. Yeah, they're taking their sweet time.
I'll tolerate his presence for now.
I understand the value in listening, at least. Perhaps the orc will accidentally let go of important information. I'll tolerate his presence for now. But the moment he ceases to be useful, I will not hesitate to bring the black mattock down upon his head. Come then, let us hear what he has to say. Keep your wits about you. Yeah, but just one moment. Oh, this picture is even better than the one we took before. Oh, I really like the composition in here. Anyway, let us go now. Keep your wits about you. Keep my wits I shall.
While the mystery of the thief has been solved, the Orc's offer of information has complicated matters. He may be the key to understanding the situation in Deepscrave, but his trustworthiness is another question entirely.
Thank you. It's unpleasant business, but it helps to have another person who isn't as openly hostile.
I have worked with Lord Náin for years and respect him in the utmost, but sometimes his distrust can lead to tricky situations. Even if we aim to defeat Gorgar, we are woefully unprepared. We need more information before we can act, not just about Gorgar's location, but also those closest to him. And what of the hobgoblins? Where does the power truly lie? I do not know how quickly we'll find these answers, but acting rashly won't get us far either. As it stands right now, this orc, Shúkurz, knows more than we do currently. It would be prudent to give him the benefit of the doubt and proceed cautiously. Lord Náin has agreed to let me ask the questions. Awesome. However, that won't stop him from interjecting. I'll do my best to intervene if things get heated. Go ahead, Féli. Now then.
Why were you hoarding supplies?
I want out of Gundabad, out of this entire mess.
Been stocking up, waiting for the right time. Are things really that bad? Worse than bad.
We didn't have outright war for a while. We were just surviving.
I've been told that ever since Bolk rallied folks to Erebor, things have gone downhill for us. Still, we didn't have outright war for a while. We were just surviving. Suppose you could call it a sort of peace. Oh. I remember this instance, but I thought this was part of the epic. Oh, seems I was wrong.
The peace never lasts, not for us.
Mordor came calling and Gorgar answered. You, quit standing around like a limp worm. Don't you know we're about to go to war? Fill up the barrels around camp with weapons and deliver these orders to soldiers. Make it quick. That's what I thought. He's not gonna he's not gonna do the entire thing. I mean, troops sent out to war, okay. And there's another soldier here. And here we can see our first glimpse at the lower level of Deepscrave, I believe. Troops sent out of war. Right. There they go.
Gorgar emptied Gundabad like his father before him. I was one of the lucky few who survived that battle at Dale. But so was Gorgar. He wouldn't stop bragging about killing a dwarf king. We knew he was lying.
And just when you think things can get any worse, what then? The end of the war brought trouble. Wasn't long before the hobgoblins came down from the north to overthrow Gorgar and claim Gundabad for themselves. Of course, I don't need to tell you that the end of that story, do I? Watch it! Hobgoblins incoming! We asked Gorgar for reinforcement ages ago, were they? Ha! He'd sooner flee from hobgoblins. You want Gorgar's generals to drag you out to Durstrok? No? Then watch your tongue before you're executed for being a traitor. Now let's talk in more preparing to kill. You know the drill. Hand over everything or die. Your choice. Fire off. Looks like you've made your choice. Oi! Hey, you! Help me out, don't let them win! Talking to me? Oh, come on.
If I kept fighting for Gorgar, I'd find myself bleeding out one day.
Gorgar would leave us to die and his generals would execute us for deserting. Right then I knew. Didn't matter if I was fighting hobgoblins, dwarves, or my own people. If I kept fighting for Gorgar, I'd find myself bleeding out one day. After we lost the war in Elderslate, I'd hoped for a rebellion, but, well, fear is a useful tool for dividing people. That's why I want to leave. Far as I'm concerned, there's only death left for me if I stay in Gundabad. I mean no harm, honest.
Enough of this! You fought at Dale. You heard Gorgar lie and gloat about killing my father. There is no honor to be found among your people, Orc.
My lord, please let me continue. Shúkurz, do you know where Gorgar is?
He's at Thorstrok with his generals. But I'm not telling you where Thorstrok is until you agree to help me.
You're useless then. That makes things easy.
Lord Náin, he still needs to tell us about the missing smiths.
There's a chance of saving them. These claims should be investigated. Last I heard from the quartermaster, the soldiers at Durstrok need more weapons. Those dwarves are trapped in Gazat-fark working on that shipment. Thank you for your cooperation. Beriathan, a word.
Be wary, my friend, for the Orc speaks poisoned words.
What does his kind care for other than destruction and slaughter? I have been faced with many a difficult choice throughout the years, but this situation is simple enough to understand. Still, I was wrong to pull out the black matter. The Orc may be luring us into a trap, but Féli is right. If there truly are dwarves to be saved, then we cannot leave them to their fates. Come, let us continue talking.
To put an end to the line of Azog once and for all. My
Gorgar's pride.
grandfather and my father would rest easier.
Gorgar's pride must know no bounds if he is boastful enough to claim that he killed my father. Ha! As if that wretch could have ever laid a finger on him. My people might never see justice done for what the Orcs have brought upon us, but if we defeat Gorgar, then I can see at least a small amount of justice done for my family. To put an end to the line of Azog once and for all. My grandfather and my father would rest easier knowing it is over.
time we stopped looking around aimlessly. Started acting.
I've sent Múta to scout Gazat-fark and make sure it isn't a trap. You'll find it on the lowest level of Deepscrave in the southeast. By the time you arrive, she'll be there. If you find any information on the location of Durstrok, let me know straight away. It's time we stopped looking around aimlessly and started acting. Alright. Down we go, it seems. The job is done then? Perhaps we guards can finally get some rest. Thank you, I'm sure I speak for everyone here when I say that. Magnificent job, my friend. I could see the smoke from here, and who knows, perhaps we'll get our hands on Gorgar soon enough. Is that it? So we gotta find Múta and the drakes and the lanterns, it seems. Alright. In that case, let's get going. Good thing I left this lantern in here to remind me. Whoa, easy there. Be careful. Alright, that was it. Awesome. With fresh flames dancing at their cores, the lanterns now hold the shadows at bay. Here, the darkness of Deepscrave does not feel so suffocating. Perhaps in time, the Dwarves shall see the rest of Deepscrave illuminated and claim it as their home once more. Alright. Simple enough. Now I guess we just gotta keep looking for a way down. But, once again, I'm under the impression that there might be something interesting around here. After all, we've only been able to find one treasure chest, one regular chest, and one rare chest. So I'm thinking there's got to be more somewhere around here. I hope I'm right. I don't know. Okay, well, there was something in here, alright. Another rare chest, but oh, you know, I forgot. I totally forgot, but I gotta do this. I need to clear up some backspace so that I can get... I hope that's it. Alright, yeah. That worked. Ah. Stay still. Alright, that's treasure chest number 2. Awesome. I don't think there is anything else around here. My god, Deepscrave is so big. Come on! Christ, do something! Christ! Oh, Jesus. Come on. Spending more time waiting for a lag than doing actual things. I think this is the way down. This is the way down. But, once again, Deepscrave is so confusing. Just trying to check every possible location. Just trying to make sure I'm exploring every bit so that we can find the chests. I think most likely in the end I'll still need to look some of them up, but doing my best. Port Gurat. Okay, well, this is one of the locations we need to explore. The Drakelings have just been a nuisance so far, but leaving their nest unchecked could lead to trouble in the future. Destroying the eggs would keep the Drakelings from becoming a threat. Come on! Destroying the Drake's eggs would keep the Drakelings from becoming a threat. Yeah! And if you would let me load the gambits I intend, this would be over way sooner. Alright. A good place for bait. Awesome. Kaupur. Alright. Destroy the Drake eggs. Kaupur has been defeated. Alright. Out of 6. Yeah, we should be really close of completing this Slayer deed as well, so might as well do it as we finish exploring this nest. Hopefully we'll find something more that might be interesting here. Oh, come on. Doesn't seem to be, but was worth looking. Completed Deepscrave Dragonkind Slayer. You did Deepscrave Dragonkind Slayer Advanced. Seems that's it. Some LOTRO points, currency, reputation. For this one we gotta defeat 160 of them. Alright. 5 LOTRO points. Nothing in here. So now the question remains. Do we go back to Asleaf and turn in these quests as well? Or do we try and get back to Múta down below first? Because I think we'll get more quests that will also be located at the lower level of Deepscrave, so it might be better going back to Asleep first. You have destroyed many of the Drake eggs at Citadel. The Gavilaka can keep their focus on the true threats that they face in Deepscrave. Completed. Drake's Cradle. Now, where did we come from again? Citadel. Oh, come on. Yeah, we came from this place, so maybe we can try and explore the other one. Maybe with a little bit of luck we'll find something else. Run! Run for your life! There's gotta be something around here somewhere. Nope, seems not. Right. Careful there. Ursula. Ah, alright. This is the other entrance to Ursula. Oh, okay, okay. I'm starting to understand this map a little bit more. Right. At least we're back where we wanted to be. Let's see.
What news do you bring?
All of the samples look quite usable and you've procured enough for me to study. Thank you for your hard work, friend.
Hail, friend.
I see you've managed to retrieve the Drake scales. These creatures that we hunt threaten the Gavilaka, but part of them may also be useful. What did you think I was sending you off to fight? I simply name my targets after folks I don't like. I named that cold Drake after a former friend with a very cold personality. Appropriate, no? It's incredible that we befriended each other in the first place. But enough about that. Should you still be interested in this line of work, I have more bounties to share. Yeah, the first time I did this, I did think we were gonna fight an orc or something like that, so that was surprising, but not so much this time around.
At your service. And your families.
The next target is a giant bat in the orc village Dalugronk, to the northeast at the bottom level of Deepscrave. The orcs there are trying to ride bats like the goblins, but only one can carry them. Not well enough to fly far, but I'd hate to find out what can happen next. I suppose I'll name it Sumri. Luckily, Sumri is a disobedient beast. The orc beast masters must coax it with spiders. You could find a few spiders from some of the beast masters and then lure Sumri out yourself. Once you're done, meet me outside the village. I'll be nearby to the northwest, watching the worm nest Shataz-kordh. Curious about the bat's name? Well, let's make a deal. Bring me the bat's fur, and I'll tell you. You got yourself a deal. just to make sure you are the
Durin's folk shall endure.
Vector to Glooming Tarn, so you can wait a little bit. Well, I guess we can look for a way down now. Even though we have only one treasure chest. I don't like that, but anyway. I think this is the path we followed last time, right? Towards the Drake Nest. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it. So instead, this time around, we're gonna... Oh! Careful there! We're gonna come from down below here. And thankfully enough, here we have the last debris pile for the Legacy of Durin. This lower portion of the perk beam appears white and sturdy. Awesome. You search the fallen rubble, but find nothing of value. That's okay, I guess. Now, this is the way down? Yeah, this is the way down, but first, let me just double check really quick this little portion in here. Oh, come on. Well, come on, get me if you like, then. What else can I do? Yeah, not a lot in here. Okay. How are we doing with the Slayer deeds? The Dragon kind, of course, it's gonna take a while still. And the Orc kind, it's gonna take a while still. Both of them. Alright. Alright, so somewhere around this place we can also find the locations for the Trophy Hunter in Deepscrave, but I'm not entirely sure which one it is. And here we have the elevator that can provide you swift travel between all different levels on Deepscrave, which is also very, very useful. And we might even use it at some point. But first, Dalugronk. Okay. The giant bats at Dalugronk hunt and feed on spiders, leaving half-eaten spider corpses throughout the area for future meals. Burning these corpses would mean less food for the bats and more time dedicated to hunting again. Burning spider corpses would force the giant bats to waste time hunting. And, you know, I really want to do that, but... Okay, we have the bait. But please stop lagging. Thank you. Now, I think this is the Orc camp in Deepscrave I told you about before, the one that I had mistaken from one of the camps in Matugard, because I remember in one of these camps, not entirely sure which one, we'll need to climb to the upper level of the camp to find the boss and one of the rare chests. There we go. Well, here we can place the bait. Summary. Alright. Talk to Elton near Shataz-kordh. Which is really not that far, but still have a couple things to do in this place. Alright. Who's coming now? Okay, I got it. Perfect. Where to now? Let's see what we can do here with all these guys. Oh, come on. Where'd you go? Four out of 5, just one more. Maybe this was not a camp I told you about. Another treasure. Interesting. Just need one more location for another spider corpse. It seems I missed it. Oh, Orcish notes. Interesting. Interesting too. Oh, come on. What's this? In barely decipherable handwriting, this note mentions the writer's doubts about the future of Dalugronk. Worms from Skrisagath have taken over part of the village, chasing out the Orcs and killing those who get too close. To make matters worse, hobgoblins often come to raid the villagers. Gorgar has not extended any support to his people. While this note may not be considered valuable intelligence, it does grant some insight into the current morale of Gorgar's forces. There may be other similar notes with useful information scattered around Dalugronk. I was almost done with this camp. Now I gotta do it all over again. Well, that's okay. That gives me the chance of getting some more orcs out of the way before they did. So that, once again, doesn't feel like a total waste of time. Oh, what do we have here? You have burnt all the spider corpses at Dalugronk, depriving the bats of their food. The orcs will be hard-pressed to command their hungry bats in battle. Awesome. So, level 133. And one class trait point. I'll need to check later what I can get with those trait points. Maybe something useful. Hopefully. Just running around towards the other node. So yeah, this is not a camp I thought. But that's another camp we'll get to eventually, so I'll make sure to keep an eye open for that one. Alright, so we're missing the last one, and I think that's gonna be, yeah, this place where we were at recently, very recently. So yeah, we ended up doing the entire camp twice, because I didn't see the notes in time. on. I gotta go back to Asleaf? Really? Well, let me at least try to find Elta near Shataz-kordh. Yeah, we're almost done with this deed. That's good. That's amazing. Ah, here we have Elta. Awesome too.
Hail, friend.
Perhaps I should not have named such a strong creature after my old teacher. He always hovered over my shoulder, you see? Well, who's the one working with the Gavilaka now, huh? Anyways, the scouts will keep an eye on the village to make sure we don't have bad-riding orcs on our hands anytime soon. I hope we won't. Bad-riding goblins are enough of a nuisance. I've got one more name on the list. You won't have to venture far.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Did you notice the worm nest nearby? One of the worms there is larger than the rest. I saw an orc try to attack it once, but the blade could barely cut through its hide. Alas, as much as I delight in letting the worm torment the orcs, it also poses as a problem for scouts in the vicinity. The worm hasn't left the nest in a while. After all, why leave when there's a feast of 4 corpses scattered about? Burn the corpses and perhaps the worm will be hungry enough to show its face. Cool. Any other quest for us to do in here? Please? So that we can justify spending a little bit more time in this place. Grinding the worms for the deed. No? Alright, have it your way. There should definitely be a chest somewhere around here. It's gotta be. No dwarven treasure, but that's okay. We got plenty already. Talk to Elta near Shataz-kordh. Yeah, but if you don't mind, there's gotta be a treasure around here. I'm almost 100% sure of it, and once again, I'm not sure if this is another place the game will take you towards eventually. Maybe, maybe don't. Who knows? Completed Sites of Deepscrave, Buzra-salan. Awesome, well, at least we got that one. So we got 5 LOTRO points, titles, some Virtue XP. You have explored Deepscrave in great detail. Now we gotta complete enemies, rare chests, and treasure chests. Ah, the door. I think I remember what this door is for. Yeah, I do. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves in here. We'll come back to this place soon enough, I guess. But not yet. And now I'd much rather we get started with this Troll Slayer deed while we can. We gotta defeat 60 of those. Doesn't seem too bad, but when your only source of trolls is down below in here, it does take a while. Another corpse. Yeah, this guy just respawned.
Hail, friend.
I could smell your handiwork. Let's hope this works.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Awesome, what do we have in here? So, completed, ally, and now doing kindred. So, the reputation has changed, and you did bestowed kindred with the reclaimers. We're doing that. For now, we have some currency title LOTRO points. You have reached ally status with the reclaimers of the mountain hold, 15 LOTRO points. Great.
At your service, and your families.
As you were burning the corpses, I was thinking of what to call the worm. A bit tricky, but I believe the name I've chosen fits well. Bothin, named after an old hunting partner of mine who was lazy to the bone. You've already shown more competence than he ever did, and I am not someone who is easily impressed. Now, let's wait for Bothin to emerge. Make sure to keep its hide at least mostly intact. We'll want to hand that over to the Gavilaka. Time passes.
Hail, friend.
If we wait any longer, my beard will become whiter than it already is. Perhaps there are more orc corpses in the worm cave Skrisagaf? You must have passed by its entrance by now. It's on the eastern side of Shataz-kordh. Entering the worm cave Skrisagaf might be the only option. You'll have to go alone. With these old bones, I'd be more of a burden than a boon, but I'm sure you can manage. Good hunting. Yeah, I was starting to wonder when were we going to enter the cave. I'm glad to see it's gonna be soon. And let's see how close to completing the deed this cave will get us. Skrisagaf. Find signs of boating. I can do that. While eradicating the entire population, Orcish blood has been what? Splattered on the ground. So I guess we'll need to follow the trail. More blood has been tracked further in. Orcish blood. This is a place. An orc corpse. Okay. A partially eaten orc lies on the ground. Just what I was looking for. The orc's body has sustained large bite marks that could not have been inflicted by most of the worms here. This corpse must be what's encouraging Bothin to stay inside the cave. Bothin hasn't made an appearance, but pretending to steal its food may enrage it into emerging. Yeah, pretending, because we don't have a use for that corpse. Oh yeah, this is a huge worm. Come over. Bothin defeated. Great. We just gotta leave this place. Not chest in here. I mean, I don't think there are rare chests in this cave, because I remember the location of the chests we're missing in Deepscrave, but at least a regular one. Throw me a bone in here. Go. completed gambit, but that's okay. Yeah, it seems there was nothing else in here. Shame, what a shame. But let us at least get this one warning here. Oh, another one. We're really close to completing this deed, so it's well worth it trying to grind a couple more of those guys.
Gundabad will be ours once more.
Huh, I was starting to wonder when I'd have to go in myself. No, I jest. Though our partnership was brief, I could not have asked for a better hunting partner. You honor me, Beriathan. Perhaps we'll meet again. But now it's time for me to retire. Okay, so let us see the cosmetics. I kinda like the heavy armor, but I didn't see a particular use for that one, so maybe I'll take this one for the stats. Agility, Vitality, Finesse, we'll lose some critical rating, but I think that's okay. We're hitting hard enough as it is. Now, where to next? Okay, we gotta bring the dagger and the gem to Stallion Matugard, but a sudden rescue. Talk to Múta outside Gazat-fark. And that is the location. I am 100% sure that is the camp location where we'll need to there are different levels to that camp, so we'll need to explore them all in order to find one rare treasure chest. So I'm gonna make my way there, but I don't think I'm gonna do that camp today. I don't think we have enough time for all that we need to do inside that place. In the meantime, we can fight some more trolls. See if we are lucky with the trophy hunter in Gundabad. I don't remember the exact locations where that quest is supposed to be located, but I think these were some of those locations. Now I just gotta find the lowest. Well, no, I'm already at the lowest level, but I don't remember too well what's the way to that camp. And this is not the place we need to be in. So it's to the northeast. Let's try and find it. As we... Oh, a treasure chest! Thank God, a treasure cache. At least we have two now. Oh, come on. Sudden rescue. How do I get there? Well, it seems we'll most likely get the worm deed done, the Drakekind Slayer deed. As I try to find my way towards the enemy camp. Come on, stop it. There's gonna be more chests around here somewhere, I'm sure of it. I seem to remember a lot of chests, a lot of the treasure caches will be located here in the lower level of Deepscrave because, well, it's the biggest one and not the most confusing one, but it has the most corners, it has the most places where treasure can be easily hit. So we're gonna try that. Awesome, what do we have here? We have found Múta. Before we talk to Múta and Einar, let's get the troll in here. Sabotaging the smithy. Oh, okay, let's take it. What uses a blacksmith without their tools? Destroying blacksmithing tools at Gazat-fark and Dwarf would briefly halt the progress of arming Gorgar's forces. So we already know some of the things we'll need to be doing in here, but here we also have Múta.
Seems Shúkurz was telling the truth after all.
Beriathan, you made it! It seems Shúkurz was telling the truth after all. Einar here has seen 2 dwarfs already, one on the ground level and another up the stairs. The other 2 haven't been spotted yet, but I've noticed orcs going in and out of a door on the 2nd level. The remaining dwarfs might be in there. While you rescue the dwarfs, I'll go in and try to obtain any information I can get my hands on. Once the last dwarf is out, I'll help them find their way back. Good luck. What about you, Einar?
I hope for your sake that this is important.
I have to admit it, it's impressive that the orcs here have managed to work so tirelessly. They have an army to equip, after all, but it's the Forge Masters who are keeping order. There are several Forge Masters running the place, keeping an eye on the other orcs and maintaining the army's demands. Defeat a few and we'll sabotage their supply prospects in the meantime.
It is a time for glory, not idle chatter.
Their craft can often be crude, but the orcs are still capable of deadly creations. Underestimating their work could be a death sentence. There are several orcsmiths working here. Defeat them and perhaps we'll be able to breathe a little easier. Alright, there you have it. We've reached the enemy camp and we are about to enter, rescue the smiths and destroy their supplies, well, the usual stuff. But once again, we don't have enough time for that today, so join me next time and we'll do just that. For the time being though, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.